My name is Katie Barnes. I am the Director of People Operations for a company called Bankers Healthcare Group. And my role at BHG is overseeing the entire PD department. PD stands for People Development. That's what we call our HR department. So I oversee everything from onboarding to payroll and benefits, compensation, talent acquisition, and analytics for people as well. I think some of the challenges that we face are just creating an environment where people feel like they can trust the decisions that we're making while still making sure that we're, staying in line with the market, constantly being competitive with the other companies that are hiring right now in the industry, and also making sure that we do it in a way that's strategic for the organization. Creating a system in place where managers trust the decisions that we're making, leadership trusts the decisions that we're making, and employees are satisfied with what we're pushing out to the company. So we've been clients of PayScale for quite a while. We first joined the PayScale family in 2012 or 2013. We had absolutely no compensation structure at all when we decided to move into purchasing a platform like this. We made decisions just based off of kind of our gut. We didn't have market data on anything. We've evolved quite a bit over the last few years. So when we first purchased PayScale, we really used the platform to run market reports when we weren't sure, what a person should get for a raise or promotion. We would run market reports when hiring new roles that we weren't quite sure, we hadn't hired for it before, so we weren't sure what we should be paying those people. We used it that way for a couple of years until we came to our first conference and realized, wow, there's so much more that we can do with this platform. So over the last year or two, we've really started to use the platform to create the structure around why we make compensation decisions the way that we make them. And we've used it to create structure, to look at analytics within the organization. It's allowed us to go to leadership and say, hey, we really need resources in this area so that somebody can manage this platform and use it to the best of its ability. So we've been able to hire resources in the compensation space that we didn't have before. People were wearing multiple hats, and that's been huge for us because we've been able to really nail down what is it that we're trying to achieve here and continue to stay competitive in a market that obviously has the lowest unemployment that we've had in years and years and years. So it's been extremely beneficial for us, I think, around just creating structure in the way that we're making decisions, creating trust around the organization, and getting that buy-in all the way up at the leadership level. I do have a couple of favorite features, but I will say that now that we've hired a compensation team, I'm not in the platform as much as I used to be, and a lot has changed, obviously, over the last couple of years. PayScale's done an amazing job at really building out the platforms to do things that it couldn't do, 3, 4, 5 years ago. So we recently switched from Insight into Insight Labs over the last 18 months. And some of the features that I absolutely love is obviously the company source data. That's been huge for us to add that in as an additional option for us to look at when we're looking at positions in the market, and being able to kind of slice and dice, what we're looking for, be flexible with the roles. Our company's pretty unique in the types of positions that we hire for. So being able to look at a couple of different positions and kind of slice and dice that and have different platforms that we're pulling comp data from to make decisions, that's huge for us. And then as we've grown within the product and PayScale's grown and building out the product, the analytics has just gotten better and better, which has been a huge help for us when being able to facilitate that information back to our management and leadership teams.